Hi everyone. So we are here, we're in the first room that we are vlogging. We're ready to learn exactly how this process is gonna go because it's our first time doing an entire great room. So basically all we have right now is this is the giant wall for the mural, and we did a primer coat, which we'll insert the clip of in a couple minutes, and then we also finish it off with a very light blue. The rest of the walls in this room are like a nice off-white beige. We have a little whiteboard, we have our ring light, Stephanie, and we're ready to glam up this space. So the good thing about this space is that it's a blank canvas, so it will only get better from here. We have a lot of good ideas we're excited to share with you guys. Stay tuned, there are gonna be a lot of like tiny DIY type projects that you're gonna get to see us do. All right, so what we're doing here is we're adding a wood stain to this blonde wood that we had cut at Home Depot. So we're just darkening it up. The walls in the pot are like a light beige, so we wanted more of a dark wood, and this is just a cheap alternative to make a beautiful wood for the walls. Okay, so before we get started on painting our floral garden, we created this template on just poster board. We are going to have a template that you can print or project on our blog, as well as a video on how to make an accordion fence for bulletin boards or for your classroom on our YouTube page. But for now, we just made this out of poster board, and we're going to use it to steer our painting on the wall by just tracing these posts, and then we'll fill them in later. Guys, we just want to update you on what we're doing. These are the projects we're working on right now. I want to show you guys how amazing it is starting off. We first got unpacked and kind of got our head straight, talked through a few things, kind of delegated what we're going to start working on, and I want to show you what Stephanie's doing. Some paint, which we like to then mix in a separate bowl, but we are going to start and place our stalks for our beautiful flowers for this garden. Yay! All right, so I'm cutting the quote here. We are gonna have a quote in the center of this board, or I should say this wall, and it's gonna say, "To plant a garden is to believe into tomorrow." These are some graphic posters that Stephanie is also using to match colors. This is kind of the scheme we nailed out, and we also have an alphabet line. I'm cutting these on Cricut with our amazing vinyl and weeding them out so we can put them on the wall. Okay, so last time we checked in, we were painting the stems. We had already traced, you can see our, can you see? Our picket fence stencil. Now what we're doing is we're going to try and match the decor the digital decor that we made. And you can see here there's many different kinds of really pretty foliage in this clip art that we use. So we're gonna be adding the same kind of look to our stems. You can see that we're filling it in. We're gonna take a fine brush and go over that with some other colors to add detail. There is so many different types of ways to paint murals, whether you're using like the grid method or you're projecting and tracing or drawing everything in pencil. Clearly for the fence we had to do that so that we can stay precise, but we're confident in our artistic abilities that we can do parts of these murals freehand. So if that doesn't work for you, there's different ways to do it. This is what's working for us, but we're excited to keep you posted. Okay, so here's what I have so far. I've got the vinyl words up. I put a string underneath so I can make sure it's level, and I'm about to peel off the transfer tape.
let's show you what it looks like. Plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. So you see here, I put a string and I made sure it's level, and the next step will just be to peel off the transfer tape and leave the vinyl quote. It's gonna be beautiful. Alright, so the next project that I'll be working on while Stephanie is finishing the mural painting is, I don't know if you guys noticed, but in this room there is no space for student work or bulletin boards. So we're going to be creating 2 spots in this room that are going to be able to hold the kids' student work. Starting with the one right here behind me, I've just taped off a giant rectangle. We're going to paint it with white, we're going to decorate it, and then we're going to leave it as a blank slate for them to hang up their student work, to display their kids' stuff. They'll probably have to be on some kind of rotation because there's a lot of classrooms in here, but it'll just be a space for them to have their kids be proud of their work and have it displayed.
All right, last time I think we updated you guys, we had talked about painting the stems of the flowers. We talked about adding the different leaves and foliage, which you can see there's many different types. They're all based off of the clip art we chose. And now we're adding the first kind of layer of flowers. These by no means have like any detail or additional shadowing or shading, but we're getting them mapped out. You can see here we're taking inspiration from the clip art that we're using in the graphics in this room, and then we're adding paper flowers on top. Just wait, you're gonna love it.
Okay, so as this board is drying, I just painted it white. I'm gonna work on the kite that is gonna go above it. We are gonna make it using these tools today. We made these bows yesterday. We have some dowels, some fabric from Walmart, and a hot glue stick. We are down to probably only 3 more hours on our day 1 at this elementary school. And the next project we have is I'm going to be hanging up the custom alphabet line that Stephanie and I designed that will be in our Teachers Pay Teachers store very soon. So we're going to hang it up above this whiteboard. In this pod, the teachers do use it for small group lessons, and they pull kids out into the hall. So we always think like an alphabet line and anything we could put out here to help them would be beneficial. All right, so unfortunately day 1 is kind of coming to a close. I have to go pick up my son, and tomorrow we also have that kind of dilemma, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday we'll have longer work days, but we just kind of want to show you what we're finishing up for day 1. I just painted like a 3.5-inch border. There's still tape. That's kind of why it looks a little messy right now, but we taped off a 3.5-inch border on this whiteboard. We're going to embellish this board with a cute kite and a long tail with those bows I showed you guys, and then we're going to have some flower baskets at the bottom. It's going to be a really adorable place for the teachers to hang their work.
All right, time for the final update from day 1 for our mural wall. We have gotten the first layer of all the flowers. We've gotten some detail. We still have to paint in all the centers. They're like black and cute, and then as for the fence, this picket fence. Unfortunately, we've made several, if not dozens of picket fences, and they all turn out beautiful. And we have a pretty perfect stencil, but unfortunately it's perfectly imperfect for this space. This wall is just such a long stretch, and when it came to painting them, it just wasn't looking like the correct scale of fencing for these giant flowers. So to improvise, I don't know if you can see this, let me get close enough. We combined 2 pickets of the picket fence, and then we're going to be erasing one in between. So you can see here it's going to be larger and hopefully will make more sense. After we finish all of the vertical parts of this fence, then we'll be taping off the lines that go across with one hopefully very smooth line with some painter's tape. But it is the end of day one, so 4 pickets is good enough for us, and we will keep you posted.
All right, day 1 is done. We're feeling so-so.
We have mixed feelings because we got a lot done for 6 hours of work. We've never done a 30-foot mural before, and we got a really strong head start on it, but we'd like to finish what we start.
Yeah, it's really hard walking away. Gotta go get my baby. We have to be real people every once in a while and have a balance, which is hard for us because on days where we don't, we can work through the night, and we're just having to walk away from projects that are half done, but we still want to show you guys what we got done today, and you'll know where we pick up tomorrow. It is officially day 2. It's about 4 o'clock on day 2.
We're back, ready for some action. We spent the morning completing a shopping list. We had a couple things that we needed to kind of complete our rooms. So since we had the baby this morning, we took him along the ride and we completed that shopping list.
Yeah, so we have a mental to-do list of what we want to get done today, and we know where we're starting. We just don't know where we're going to end. Our goal is to have it done. I don't know if it's possible.
We think we can do it, and we're gonna ride that wave.
Yes, and we're gonna take you guys along with us.
Okay, so as you can see, I get to sit on the floor, which is my favorite kind of work, especially now that I am with child. It's good that I stay off ladders and whatnot, but what we're working on over here is we had promised the administration at the school that we would incorporate some academia, and so we decided to go with some social skills in each pod, as well as some actual informational content. So for this particular area that I'm working on right now, it is the social skills that we are working on, and in this particular pod, it's leadership skills. So kind of like the 7 habits, but a little bit more vague, not specifically the 7 habits, but we decided since this is the garden room and we have these beautiful large flowers that a cute thing to add would be a flower cart. So you can see right now I just have a black rectangle, but what we found at the store today was a giant wheel. So you can see that once it is dry, we'll have a big old wheel for this flower cart that we're painting. You can see there's the stand, we're gonna add a handle, and then above these graphic posters that we created to go with this room, there will be a matching awning. So it'll make a cute flower cart, but right now, just a rectangle, so gotta get back to work.
All right, next project are these adorable curtains that are going up on this blank slate of a board. Basically all it is a piece of fabric. We got the 2 yards for $4 at Walmart, and we cut it in half long ways, and then we just staple them up, and then we're gonna tie them back like this with a cute fabric tie. It'll be really cute. We'll show you when it's done.
Okay, so our rectangle is dry, and with that wheel attached, it'll easily turn into a cart. All that's really left to paint here is the stands that will go up on either side that will hold the awning. Let me show you really quick what the awning looks like. So you can see here we made an awning. We decorated it with cardstock. It's made out of some really sturdy poster board you see here. So once it's up high, it's not going anywhere. We have a backing on it as well. So once it's attached to the wall, it's going to be in place for good. But it matches, again, the colors that we have in the mural, as well in the graphic posters that were custom designed for this room.
All right, we are ready to show you one wall that is complete. Here she is. We have a beautiful student workboard, complete with a windowsill, curtains, little baskets, and a kite, and I will give you a close-up view. All right, so all those baskets is like we said, is just a piece of wood we stained and just nailed up there. The trim is painted as well as the background just because we wanted the longevity of the bulletin board, and fabric and border doesn't seem to last more than a few years, at least in our rooms. But yeah, here is the completed board.
All right, time to update you guys. You saw L'Oreal level these shelves for me. Thank heavens. She's very meticulous. Now I'm adding like these little objects to make it look like homey in here. Obviously, it's a garden theme. So what we have painted on here is just some little garden objects. You see some like rain boots, a watering can, some gardening gloves, some foliage, whatever that tool's called, some pots. We still have 2 shelves to paint. We're not gonna give it all away right now, but that is the current situation.
All right, I'm here to give you another update on a new project I started. We created these plant life cycle posters. That's gonna just be a nice reference wall that goes with the theme. I'm gonna show you how I got them in a circle formation. Okay, so I don't know if you've seen this trick before, but if you put a push pin and then you take a string and you tie a pencil to it, and then you trace all the way around, it actually creates a perfect circle. So I penciled out a perfect circle, I put the posters up, and then between the posters I'm gonna put a little doodle arrow made from vinyl, and then the title plant life cycle I'm gonna stick right in the center, and I will show you guys what it looks like when it's done.
All right, sweet friends, we have gotten a lot done. We're still working, hoping we only have a few hours ahead of us, but let me show you. We've got the frame of the flower cart done, and like we had mentioned before, there's this beautiful wheel we found at the store that's gonna go on the cart as well, as well as an awning on top. The paintings, the small paintings that are gonna go on top of those shelves L'Oreal showed you are done. We might go back and add some detail. It kind of just depends on what the final look is, but you can see there's just like shovels, watering cans, pots, a little sun hat. And what we're currently working on is the picket fence that's going to accompany the giant garden and quote that we have here. L'Oreal is taping them off. I'm following behind her with some black paint. Then we're gonna be finishing up with the centers and details of these flowers, and then adding our 3D paper flowers on top.
Okay, we are so excited to show you what we're working on and how stinking cute it's turning out. We have to show you. Remember where Stephanie was painting the beautiful murals? I told you we would have shelves. How cute! Stephanie, would you like to model how it works for us? Student work hangs there. Beautiful way to display work. Oh my god. This is cuter than I could have even imagined it to turn out. We are so pleased, right?
Oh yeah.
Hi guys, it is getting late. It's after 10. We are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, so we're gonna keep pushing.
Basically, we are finishing our mural still. I feel like I've been seeing them for hours, but it just takes a lot of wait time for drying and a lot of layers, but we're finishing the picket fence, so then we can do the paper flowers on the boards and add all of the centers and the center details to all the flowers, so that's coming up.
Yay! Right, we have been working on the paper flower cart as well. She is almost done. We got our graphic posters up, we got the awning up, we got the wheel up. We're gonna add some vinyl to the cart itself, and then you will see the final reveal of it at the end of our vlog when we do the final room reveal.
Okay, so as we mentioned before, we finished up the painting. Thank heavens. We might have to do some more touch-ups, but that is okay. That is okay. We are adding the 3D paper flowers, as you can see, which is just like making it come to life. Then we will add the centers of all the flowers. We just didn't want any 2 centers to be next to each other if they were just alike. So that is what we're going to do now, but you can go ahead and take a look at how it is stacking up.
Hello vlog. The night is getting away from us and we are still working, but we're gonna keep going. I'm working on something here that I've never done before, not sure the best way to do it. Just trial and error, but here's what it's starting to look like. Right, so I have a hanging kite with a string. We still have some bows left over, so I'm gonna try to do some swags or some dips with the kite string with some bows. I'm not sure if there's gonna be room for two, but stay tuned to see how it works out. All right, it is way past all times we should ever be working, but we are done.
Might have broken a couple of rules, but we're really proud of our end result.
Can't wait to show you, so check it out.
Here we go.
So you have seen it, you've seen the process from day one walking into the room, you've seen the before pictures, you have seen all the work we put in, and we have explained as much as we could, and you have seen the after.
Now, we are so excited to go to bed, but even more excited to complete this project. There are 4 rooms total, and then the entrance of the school. This is our first room. So we have 3 rooms to go, and then the school's entrance. So stay tuned. We will be vlogging the next room as well.
We will see you next time.